Yo, what's good, y'all? It's Will Dub over here. It's been a minute since I've done one of these, at least with this setup, like with the studio mic. Actually, it's not a studio mic. Well, I guess it is. It's kind of a webcam, webcast. I don't know what I'm saying. Type mic. We're off to a fire start. Fire, fire, fire. You probably noticed I look cuter than last time you saw me. No, I'm just kidding. But I mean, but maybe. So cheeky. Anyway, so I got a new Oracle deck and it's all about I'm reading off the back of the book here. It says tap into the ancient wisdom of the animal kingdom by embracing your unlimited intuition. Um yeah, so about that, I brought my intuition. I got some good vibes going on over here. Some astro shit in the background. I found this cool bandana type deal. It's got like the sun with the eye on it. I think it's actually facing y'all the right way. Actually, I don't know. Kind of tripped me out. Um, Anywho, I picked it up at the same shop that I got these cards on. They happened to be on sale, but they also just like called to me, so it was like, okay, that's the one I need to get because I didn't have an Oracle deck. I only had my tarot deck, and yeah, I'm not gonna pull any tarot cards today. I don't know, trying something new over here. The idea with the Oracle cards is that they give you some sort of wisdom that you can figure out and you know discern for yourself how to interpret it and apply it to your situation. I mean, as always with like any kind of tarot or any kind of reading or talk that you see online, I mean, it's all about how it applies to your life, right? So, anywho, I'm gonna do it. Normally, like with the tarot cards, like I'll be mixing it up, and then like whatever if it comes out reverse, I'll read it in the reverse. Um, but I'm gonna shuffle them so they're all the same way, and then I'm gonna read each one from the book and just see what wisdom it has for you, and then I will also read like what it means in the reverse, because not necessarily the negative completely. It doesn't have to be. It can just be like a different perspective of how you could look at the situation. Because like it's talking about like characteristics of animals and stuff like that, so it's like these animals are not going to have like negative qualities, you know what I mean? I'm probably butchering this and explaining it badly, so hopefully y'all get the picture once we start rolling. Um, Anywho, I think they look pretty rad. If you look at the back, it's pretty dope. I like the moon. But victory. That came out in my first one. I did. So I waited like 3 days and I let the cards like kind of attune. I like put it with some of my other belongings. They say you can like sleep with it under your pillow and stuff, but like I put it like with my other tarot deck and some other things. They're like very, very much me and have like a lot of meaning to me and just like locked it away. Um, you know. And I just feel like they're attuned to me now. And then like I did one reading. Well, I let some cards pop out for me, and that's you probably found this video because of the post I made about that. So, um, yeah, some really good outcomes. It's like that's fire. That's fire. I'm glad that that aligned for me. So I'm feeling good about this. Yeah. So let's get this party started. Trying to knock out any prior energy. Let me see which way they're facing. Okay, so I need to split it like this. I'm gonna shuffle it 3 times. What do we got in the first split? Reveal. That looks like a. I don't even know what animal that is. Reveal victory. Oh my gosh. Okay. As y'all can tell, I'm a little rusty. I haven't done one of these in a minute, which is a shame because like, I feel like I'm good at this kind of thing. So I hope y'all get something out of this truly. If it helps, it helps. That would be really cool. I feel like no matter who you are, hopefully you'll be able to pull something about this. And I want to set the intention now that this video finds whoever it's meant to find and it has a message for. So, hopefully we can just put in a little shortcut there. Um, yeah, so hey Spirit, what's up, dude? Or chick or whatever. Hi God. I just like to say God at this point, but like it's whatever you're comfortable with. You can say God, spirit, source. There's more that I normally say, but I'm kind of drawing a blank. It's been a little bit of a rough day, but like I've been going through it today, but it's okay. That's just a part of life. Every single day can't be a fantastic day, you know? And honestly, like sometimes you gotta have those down days. So I mean, it usually means you're about to transmute some stuff. You gotta feel some stuff. Um, but that usually means like a transformation. I feel like it means you're going through something because like sine waves and stuff, like going up and down, up and down, up and down. That's just how life is. Um, yeah. And as I've said before, like it's really important just to feel your feelings. Like when you're feeling them, because like I feel nowadays people just want to mask stuff, and like I mean that's how Western medicine works, right? Like let's put a band-aid on a symptom instead of like going to the root cause. Well, with feelings and stuff, like the only way out is through, and that's true with like pretty much anything in life, I would say. Um, so like if you get those feels, just gotta sit there, feel them, like validate them, be like, okay, that's real. That might be a shadowy side of me. Like let's look at that. Oh, okay. I I guess I understand where that's coming from. Um, his shadow self. I mean, that's valid that you feel like that, but like I want to move past that. So and then just sit there and just feel it all the way through, and then you know, it'll pass, and you'll start feeling some other stuff. You know, do some breathing while you're at it. Like just try to be chill, and just know that it's not permanent. And then if you can just keep doing that every time it happens, like you'll definitely. I feel like it's not gonna happen overnight, but you'll definitely see progress over time if you just keep doing little stuff like that. This podcast I was watching last night, I was live tweeting about it. It's like 3 hours long, but it was like some big brain spirit stuff. But one of the points that one of the major takeaways from the first hour of me watching it was the fact that dude was saying you don't have to be doing everything all the time, and that's something that I've had a problem with. Is like I just gotta go. I gotta get all this different stuff done. Um, but it's like as long as you make a little bit of effort towards at least one thing per day, as far as like growth goes, personal growth, like spiritual growth, and like anything of that sort. Like today, I'm gonna do like I don't know 5-10 minutes of yoga. Today, I'm gonna make sure and like do some stretching or whatever, or I'm gonna do some like calisthenics type stuff, like body workout stuff with like without weights, or I am going to dance a little bit. I'm gonna do some breath work. I'm gonna do some meditation, etc., yada yada yada. You can fill in the blanks with like what some other similar things might be. Um, and I thought that was cool because like that's something I try to do. Is like if I can at least get like a little bit done today, at least like make some effort. Like and then other days, like I'll be doing multiple different things. Um, just like put in the effort that you have to give that day. Like if all you have is 40% in one day, then like that's your 100% for that day. Does that make sense? So, progress is not linear. It's not just you don't just go straight up, dude. You gotta like I said, the sine waves and stuff. Like some days you're up, some days you're down. It really varies. So I don't know. It's just food for thought for you. Also, I was talking about. I swear I'm gonna get to the cards in a minute. I feel like this is important. I'm just rolling with it. So, um, I tweeted this yesterday. I think. Yeah, I did a lot of tweeting yesterday. If y'all are annoyed with me, I mean, sorry, I'm not really going anywhere. I'm just gonna keep doing me because like that I'm trying to be authentic and it's just who I am. And I have dimmed myself for way too long. I have way too much light to shine and share in wisdom to pass on and just try to help people. And if I can help enough people, then I think that collectively we can get into a better mindset, and then maybe collectively we can end up with a better planet. Snowball effect. If people get into a better mindset, then it's going to affect the people around them. I mean, just think about it. Just think about it. I'm not like, and like, I don't want to come across as like this crazy religious person or whatever that's like trying to preach and stuff like that. Because like honestly, like religion is a subsect of spirituality, and like we are all God. Like anyways, like we are all just a little like we're all like I've said this before, like sea anemones. You know how they all go up separate, but they're the same base at the bottom. So they're all separate but different. I mean, that's us. We're just like we're all God experiencing themselves in all of the different ways. So we're all the same. We're different, but at the core, we're the same. That's why we like should stop hating on each other and just try to like find some common ground and realize that like yeah, the world's kind of fucked, but like we're all in it together, but we can make it better. Um, but yeah, my point is I'm not really like a religious person, really. I just believe in what I just talked about. Just believe in God, a higher power, and that we all on the inside, if you can find that God in yourself, and you can connect to your third eye, your crown up. Well, actually, so like your crown would go like up to God, like into the spirit realm, and then like your third eye would go to your higher self, which like realistically, that's your soul. Your soul is the observer looking down at yourself, who is yourself is the thing in the body that your soul is driving that has a mind or an ego, and that is yourself. So you have your higher self and yourself. So I mean, you're never truly alone. If you're in a dark spot and like you think that you're alone, you have nobody in the planet, like you still have your soul and your higher self. And if at any point in your life you want to kill yourself, a taboo topic, I know, but that's apparently what I'm gonna be talking about. Is just going against the grain type shit. But um, if you ever want to kill yourself, it means that your soul is shouting at you. We are not living in our purpose. So at that point in time, so you need to do some like soul searching and just try to figure out what is it that I'm meant to do? What did I sign up for when I came down into this 3D plane of existence? Um, because we all kind of sign up for like a contract, like as souls when we come down into Earth, into the 3D, and get to actually live in a physical world instead of the spirit, where we can actually come down and touch things. Um, we kind of choose what our path is going to be. So, um, apparently my path, I decided that I wanted to do it on hard mode and forget completely. And that's the thing. You sign up for this stuff, right? You're like, this is the path that I want to do this go around. And but as soon as you get down here, your soul forgets who it is. So like it's a whole quest and journey throughout your life of trying to remember who your soul is, who you are. And once you do that and you figure that out and you have a purpose and you like know what you're supposed to be doing, then you can live happy and like in sync, you know, with your higher self and your soul. And you won't be sad. You won't be depressed. So, um, oh yeah. So before I went off on this tangent, I was talking about a tweet that I sent yesterday, and it was talking about like, so if you've ever played any like massive multiplayer online role-playing games, MMORPGs like World of Warcraft, Guild Wars. I used to play a shit ton of Guild Wars in high school. I won't lie, hundreds of hours of that game, that and Counter-Strike. But that's not really relevant to this. I mean, it isn't. It isn't. So those games, when you're going through it, you're usually going out into the world and trying to like beat stuff out there, right? Like all the like NPCs and like random enemies, right? So, and doing quests and stuff. You're not fighting against the other players. If anything, you team up with the other players, right? And then you go out into the PvE environment, player versus environment, and you try to beat the game. Or there is in these games, you can, after you build up your stats and get better armor, weapons, etc., yada yada, you can do PvP, player versus player, where you're going to fight each other. And I think one of the big problems that we have in the planet today, and frankly, I've seen it happen in the music scene, is it's turned into a lot of player versus player, where everybody is trying to beat each other and be number one, as opposed to, well, if we're going to, with like plur guidelines, isn't there supposed to be community and love, people trying to come together with a common goal in mind, build each other up? Um, I don't know, dude. I'm just throwing it out there. Call me crazy, but so PVE, the idea is that you're playing the video game against the environment, and then if anybody in your life turns out to be a little nuisance, then just they're just an NPC that's there to teach you a lesson. Don't think too much of it. Don't think twice. Look out for yourself. Because when you're manifesting this life, like you're, it's like as above, so below. Your inside world is a reflection of the outside world. So if you're projecting stuff outward, then the people in your life are going to be like that. Whereas if you focus inward on yourself, figure out what you're supposed to be doing, living in your higher purpose, and just going with the flow, um, things will start to line up. Like obviously with the manifestation stuff, like writing down stuff definitely helps. Journaling, saying your stuff out loud. You can say it like in your head too, depending on like where you're at, who you're around. But also I would say it's like very important, like stay prayed up. Stay super prayed up. Actually, I'm gonna throw it out there right now. Um, hey God, ancestors, angels, archangels, spirit team, any other benevolent spirits that are here right now with me. Um, I just pray that, like, for me and for the collective of people watching this video, that no weapons formed against them shall prosper. That any spiritual eyes and spiritual ears trying to spy on them illegally, may they be blind and deaf, and any negative energy, evil eye, or otherwise not meant for mine and their highest goods be returned back to the sender, but with love, you know, spread more love. Don't, I've heard other iterations of similar prayer where it's like, well, and send it, return it back to the sender. And it's like, with the intention of them like hopefully getting their karma and like it just smacking them back in the face. But it's like, how's hurting them gonna make it better? Maybe like send it back to them with love. And also while we're praying, like let's pray that our enemies, frenemies, well, quote unquote enemies and frenemies, let's pray, and also just everybody else in life, just pray for healing for everybody. Hope that everybody gets better, so that if everybody is in a healthier mindset, then we can all get along, spread more love, and like work together, be together. So, um, yeah, call me a crazy fake spiritualist or whatever you want to. I'm just a dude that I think I have a pretty good head on my shoulders, and I'm pretty fucking smart, and I just think I have a lot of wisdom to share. And I don't know, like, if y'all are following, please tell me if there's something that you think is like blatantly just wrong about what I'm saying. and have an argument to back it up. I would love to hear your reasoning. And if it's valid, I will concede that point for sure. But I might have a rebuttal. So I'm a very open and easygoing person to talk to. Just a chill dude. I like the vibe. I like good vibes, and I just want to see everybody win. I like, in my eyes, when going back to the PVE thing, like it's never PvP with me. Like there's no competition. The only person I'm trying to beat is myself. I just want to be a better version of myself than I was yesterday. That's it. I just want to be my best possible self. And if I just so happen to be more talented or smarter or do things or whatever the fuck, that's just because I have practiced really hard at stuff for a long time. And yeah, I have some natural God given talent, but I have put in the work. So, for anybody to not like me or hate me because of that and try to spread rumors or anything because I triggered you, which like that I've accepted that part of my life here on earth is that I trigger people. I make them have tower moments, and I'm sorry if I've done that, but at the same time I'm not, because the whole end goal of it, me triggering you, is so that you'll realize some stuff and then you'll do some inner work and then you'll become a better version of yourself, and it's honestly it's for your better good. And it's not even something I do intentionally. It's just it just happens. It, like, I'm sorry that I'm good looking and good at things. I'm sorry I wasn't always. First, my life up until a few years ago, even this past year, I mean, there's so much shit, dude, and you wouldn't know it unless you knew it. Like, very troubled youth. Um, you know what? Get into that in another video, but yeah, dude, I fucked up a lot. Fucked up a lot. I was a sad person, very sad person. Lost my mom when I was 19. Fuck cancer, and before that, like I just never really fit in. I've always been. It's been very much like I relate to the ugly duckling, um, or the black swan, because like I've always been different than other people, and then like because I was different, I feel like I just didn't fit in or got made fun of, or whatever. But the whole time I've just been like a really pure, nice, genuine person, and just always I just wanted to have friends and people that like me, because I just thought that I was a nice person. And I'm like, why don't people like me? Like, I don't know, dude. And yeah, I low key think I'm like fucking on the spectrum, or was. I feel like I'm about like 50% on like all the scales. Like I'm ADHD, OCD. Um, I think I got that dyslexia shit. I get it. Um, And yeah, I think I'm definitely like on the spectrum, because like, it makes sense. I like socially, I'm like kind of weird sometimes, and but I'm really fucking smart. And but like sometimes I'd be freaking out if like people are touching me when I wasn't fucking ready for it type shit. Like I also love fucking giving hugs. It's like I said, I'm like a weird middle ground, like 50% of everything. So I don't know. I've just like feel always felt like the odd man out, but now I feel like the phoenix rising, because like I fucking feel like I went down to ashes last year, and then now I've been like rising up, and like it's gonna be so beautiful. Like just y'all watch. Like I do so much shit. Um, I truly believe in the project I'm working on right now. I think it's gonna do. I think it's gonna have a huge effect on the planet, on the world. Um, it's gonna do a lot of good. And that will enable me to do more good. So, um, throwing it out there. If there's any angels that want to invest, hit me up. I got something to show you. But regardless, um, yeah, dude, I was like, I got two. Actually, I got like three DUIs, and then the third one was like 10 years after the second or the first one, so it ended up being like a stipulated second. Otherwise, I would have to do like a lot of jail time. But uh, yeah, dude, I've been to jail multiple. I've spent like at least a month of my life in jail. Not to, like, and that includes like blacking out, waking up, and holding cells and shit. Thankfully, it didn't drive, but like I've done some dumb stuff, and a lot of it was fucking because of alcohol. But thankfully, I've never hurt anybody, and well, in that way, I've definitely hurt people emotionally and fucked up friendships and stuff along the way too. But you know, everything happens for a reason. Nobody's perfect. And I, in my opinion, being imperfect is perfect, and that's the human condition. Yeah, perfectly imperfect. So I think it's weird to be perfect or to be like that polished. You know what I mean? Like it's not real. It doesn't seem real to me. It doesn't seem authentic. And like that's a huge key and point in life is to be authentic. Um, just be real. Just be really real. Like who are you truly? You know, because if you act and not even act, if you just are who you are, then it goes back to your soul being happy. Because if you try to be somebody that you're not, then your soul's gonna be like, this isn't who we are. This isn't us. Like this doesn't feel good. Now I want to kill myself. Like you see how it goes there. Like I don't know if this makes sense. I hope it makes sense to you. Um so yeah, I've been through the ringer and you can't really tell now because I finally after all this time I have my shit together. And that's another reason why it's so disappointing that like um I don't know that people started acting the way they did towards me and purposely tried to help hold me back. I mean, there's a whole other story. I don't want to go into that shit, but yeah, I just feel like I don't really have anybody anymore when I thought I had like all these people. So, it's cool though because that just means that the universe is making room for my soul fam, the people that are supposed to be my friends for life, and I'm 100% okay with that. Like I'm ready for like I'm ready for the real. Sick of waiting. It's all I've wanted my whole life, and now I'm 35, and I'm just like, it's time. It's time. But so let's assume I make it over 100 years old. The first third of my life was kind of shit. So I'm hoping that this middle third is gonna be absolutely dope, and then I can coast in the middle till the end and just be like chill and happy. You know what I mean? Because like, um, 30-year life is supposed to be like if you I fully believe you're supposed to experience the full range of emotions like as a human. So as a sign, you're supposed to be like a third of your life down in the dumps, a third in the middle, and a third like really on cloud nine. So I hope I'm entering my cloud nine era. So that'd be really cool. That'd be really cool. I would not be mad about that at all. And that seems like that's the way it's going. Um, Nobody can stop me. Nobody can stop me. So I mean, you can try. People have been trying their own evil eye, and I feel like people have been sending spells and curses and random shit my way. It's like, do y'all at this point, if none of it's worked up until now, do y'all think that like I'm not at least a little bit protected? Just a little bit. Like, why? It's just annoying at this point. Like, yeah, shit doesn't really even get through anymore. But not trying to sound all woo woo. Like I give a shit. Y'all can say what you want. That's your opinion. You know what they say about those. So I really only care what I think about me, and I think I'm doing a great job, and I'm a good person, and I have a pure soul as far as like I just want to see good things happen, and I want to see people win, and like you can love me, you can hate me, you can, either way, like I love you. So I just want to spread love. I'm not about drama. It's pretty simple for me. But this turned into the Will Show, which I mean, it always was. But I should really get after these cards, right? I'm just trying to think if I missed any bits in there. No, I feel pretty good about that. I feel pretty good about that. If anybody, like I said, if anybody has any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. Or yeah, do that. Uh, and without further ado, woohoo! Let's get after it. Okay. I forget how many times I shuffled these or if I did or not, so we're just gonna do it again for good measure. Actually, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that again. Let's do that again. Oh, and hey spirit, please let this align with whoever it's supposed to align to. Give me the messages that I need to deliver. And yeah, let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. Like I got all serious and like, you know, honestly, all good things are dynamic, right? Like can't have the ups without the downs. I mean, unless you're really happy and got downs. No, I'm just kidding, bro. Come, I'm sorry if you do. Um, I'm a clown. I'm a clown. I say whatever. It's like life is not that serious. It's not that serious. Life is not that serious. It's not like you're gonna get out alive. So like, please have some fun. Just have some fun. Some fun. Like so, like some people are so tightly wound, and it's like, I get that you're stressed, but all worrying is going to do is make you experience it twice. When you worry about it beforehand and when you actually have to deal with it. So why don't you just be chill, know that it's all going to work out, and then handle it when you have to. Maybe do some pre-planning so you're prepared, but quit being so stressed out about stuff that isn't in your control and do the things that you can control. Things you can control. Um your body, your attitude, what you put into your body, what you consume, your diet. Your diet is not only the food that you eat and what you drink, it is also the things that you consume, the people you hang around, the environments you're in. Um, your body is taking all that in. So, um, you know, stay prayed up, make wise decisions, and do what you can to improve and give the effort that you have on any given day. And I mean, it's nobody's perfect, like I said. And I feel like as long as you try to make a little bit of effort and you slowly chip at it away when you can, what you got, long run, you're going to actually take some big chunks out of it. And then it'll get easier and easier and easier, easier. Guarantee you'll be more happy. Um, all that to say, I know that some people don't want to be happy. It's comfortable to be in your own sadness sometimes and like feel those emotions. It's like it because it's easier. I feel like it gives you a crutch. It gives you an excuse. And like, but I'm so sad. I'm so angry. Um, yeah. It's sometimes it's comfortable to be in that, but like at a certain point, you gotta snap out of it. Snap out of it. Address your shit. I know, easier said than done. And I'm getting preachy, but I'm just like I know that at least one person will hear this stuff, and it might be the encouragement and what they need to like jumpstart them into doing something. So, and another thing I tweeted about yesterday was that like an object in motion is basic physics. An object in motion stays in motion. Sometimes sitting down is a trap if you can stay standing. And if you can just start doing one task, they say it takes a couple minutes of starting a task before like you just like start doing it. It's like start washing dishes or folding clothes for 2 minutes, then like you'll get into it. Then like after 5-10 minutes, like you're in the zone type stuff. But then once you finish that, go and do the next thing that you meant to do. Just don't even think about it. Just go to the next thing that you were gonna do, and you'll be able to knock out a bunch of tasks really quickly that aren't like stuff where you have to sit down and think or like do something specialized. But like if you got errands or chores or like whatever else, just like little projects, just like if you get on a roll and just don't move or don't stop moving and just keep doing stuff. Like the other day I was trying to clean up and clean myself up and clean place up, and then um organize some things, and then just walked over to the store, got the stuff I needed at the store. It's just like came back, put that stuff away immediately. Just like went to bounce a couple of other things, and then I decided like, okay, earn myself a little break and a snacky snack. You know. Okay. Anyways, hey Spirit, it's time to do these cards. So give me, whoever is watching this video, this collective of people, give me a card or however many that you think that they need, and let's get after it. First one is play, and it's got a monkey on it. Here, I'll shows it to you. Damn, I mean, can y'all see that? Yeah. Oh, all right, all right, all right, all right. Really bad at this. See, guys, I'm not good at everything. Like, you don't have to be like so petty. But yeah, it's really cool. So that again comes back to like living in your soul's purpose. Like your soul, it should be fun. Like living your life, ideally, it should be fun. And if you're doing something that you love, they say that if you like love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life type beat. And yeah, bro. So play is the first one that came out. Let's see what other cards will pop out, and then I'll go through the book. Get some meaning for you, specifically. Joy with the dragonfly. Actually, that was one of the cards that popped out for me. Okay. Okay, Spirit. God. What else does this collective need? What other cards? Energy. That was a card that came out for me. That was a card that came out for me. So, the people that are connecting to this are hopefully on the same vibe as me. So, that means that I attract my tribe. I'm not mad about it. Fear with the shark came out. Ooh. How are we feeling about... I feel like I got room for one more here, so we'll do that. We'll do one more. Bonus card. Defend and family. Okay, interesting. Bottom deck was care. That's like Cancer card. It's got the crab on it. Sacred, inspire, memory, rest, courage, consume, instinct. Okay. Well, anyways. Okay, so here's the Earth. Pretty sweet Earth, you might say. Round. Assuming the ice caps don't melt, we don't blow ourselves, or the ozone layer doesn't leave, the ice caps don't melt, we're definitely gonna blow ourselves up. No, we're not letting that happen. I repeat, we are not letting that happen. So, We need to get it into our skulls and tell as many people as possible we are not letting that happen. So that collectively the whole planet can agree. Right? Right? Because enough people on the planet have agreed that things are the way they are in this reality because they got told so, and it's always been told so. So enough people think that has become the base reality. So if we get enough people thinking like some way cooler stuff, then like that'll be the norm. Just theorizing here, but like life is a dream machine. We're in a dream machine. So like think of a better dream. You know, what if it worked? What if it worked? What's it hurt if you don't try it? Like what's the worst that could happen? Things get better. Like why not? Why not shift your perspective? Here's the thing: we expect manifestations and change to come into our lives, right? Right? Hear me out. Hear me out. So we expect everything to change, right? But we expect to keep doing the same stuff. So tell me how it makes sense that under the same circumstances, something different is going to exist. So let me know if you figure that one out. I don't know why I just burned, but it is what it is. That's life. C'est la vie. C'est la vie. Coincidentally, like that's the French phrase, like C apostrophe EST, like cest, C est, c'est la la vie, vie, c'est la vie. It's French. It means that's life, and it's kind of along the lines of like it is what it is, and it's kind of along the lines of that that's just how life is, and like that's how it is. So it's you just kind of need to accept it. It's all about like radical acceptance. Um, but there is beauty in that because after you accept that things are the way they are, then you can decide what actions to take to change that, to put yourself into a better circumstance. So that's like, especially like when people are trying to change, like say people are trying to get off of like addictions, was the first step of the 12 steps. I think it's that you have to accept that you have a problem because if you don't recognize that you have a problem, then how are you going to fix the problem? So, um, just have to be real with yourself, accept where you're at, and do an inventory, and then be like, okay, these are my shadow aspects. Um, my inner child isn't happy because it probably wants to do this. That's another great way to find out what your calling is in life is to do some inner child healing and then think about like what did I love doing as a kid when you're like 4 to 6 years old, like what made you really happy, and then like chances are that like that's probably somewhere in the ballpark of what you really ought to be doing and want to be doing, and that's I don't know. That's just one pathway. I mean, it's worth checking out. Like you could want to do something completely different, but I mean, that's a good starting point. At least you can start eliminating things. You know what I mean? Um, yeah. And I can recommend some uh meditations for the like or a video to watch with that includes meditation for inner child healing. Actually, I did a video about it around New Year's. It's my last video of like 2024. When we had that black moon, the like new moon that was like, but it was the black one, or was it the full moon? It was a new moon, but it was all about like starting with a fresh flesh, a fresh slate. Um, Yeah, and I found this chick randomly on YouTube as it just popped up like through my algorithm that it was like a DMT healing. So it was like DMT breathwork. So she like walked you through like in nose out mouth, or in mouth out nose, or in mouth out mouth, in nose out nose, like any combination. But she had like timing with it. I'm gonna give you the Cliff Notes short version, but did that when she was like playing like I think a handpan, and then telling you specific order, and then telling you to think about like younger versions of yourself, like how your parents were, like what think about sad times, happy times, blah 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 blah. Is doing an inventory of yourself as a kid, so you can like figure out where you're at, and then you like as you're doing that, um, the breath work gets more intense, and then you go and you talk to you imagine like this really cool place, and you talk to your inner child, and then give them a hug, and then integrate with them, so then now they're just always inside of you, and then um but you can talk to your inner child and your shadow self. You can just be like, hey, inner child, hey, shadow self, like, what's going on? Like, how are we doing? What do we need to change? How are you feeling? Like, what feel you're valid. You are valid, and I love you. If there's an issue, whatever the issues, I would love to solve it, and then just try to like, have a conversation with yourself, and then like, that's a huge step. But man, my tangents are crazy, crazy. How have I been talking for 46 minutes? Oh my gosh, y'all. Was thinking I could do this video in 5 minutes. Oh well, oh well, oh well. Like I give a shit. At least I just keep the ball rolling though. I'm just like talking and talking, so like it's not like you like I talk pretty fast, so like it's not like you're gonna be waiting there forever. And I'm trying to some truth bombs. Like this is like low key a masterclass, y'all. Like I'm blessing y'all because I just want people to get better so that we can have a better society, so that people can stop struggling so much and stop living paycheck to paycheck and live in their purpose and be happy, and just have family that's happy, and just people around them that are happy, and just take care of animals, and just I don't know, dude, just be in a better environment and listen to good music. Um that's all I'm shooting for here. So like, don't try to paint me as a such a bad dude or like insane person or whatever the fuck. Please. I mean, think of what you want. Like I said, I don't care. It does not matter to me. Your opinion of me does not affect me in the least bit. And that's not to sound rude. It's honestly a mindset that y'all should get into, because once you stop being afraid of who you are and start acting your authenticity and just being who you are, then you're real. Then you'll attract what's really meant for you and the right people that are meant for you. So like, if I just want to throw it out there while we're on the topic, if I've ever just like ghosted or quit talking to people or just disappeared from the music scene, it's because I had to go inward. I had to do this. I couldn't stand it any longer. I had to find me. But look, like, was it not worth it? Can you tell? Like, if you used to know me, you don't know me anymore. If you talked to me yesterday, you don't know me, because I am a different person every day. Every day I get a little better. I get a little different. I evolve constantly. This isn't even my final form. Like I said, I'm chill will. But I'm like working really hard on some stuff behind the scenes, best believe. And like, damn, I haven't even been making a lot of music. I'm trying to get this out of the way so I can be free to do that. And then it's on. I swear. I'm trying to do all sorts of different things. Um, I like to look at myself uh with confidence. Not in my ego, but just like with confidence that like kind of low key a Renaissance man or trying to be one. Like I'm really good at a lot of different stuff. It's like I don't know. I'm just trying to do a bunch of cool shit and like keep my ADD happy and feel fulfilled in this life. But um, there I go. So self-centered, guys. I'm so selfish. Um, let me get to your cards. Your cards. Okay. So the first card that we had was the plague card. Will it zoom in? It'd be really cool if it did. All right, cool. So that was. It looks like a monkey to me. So the book cool. So was it monkey or page 76? Let's see if that's the same one because there might be. It could be like, yeah, it is monkey. Monkey play. This card represents playfulness and embracing one's childlike instincts. In the folklore of the Philippines, monkeys are associated with children who turned into small primates through laughter. In popular culture, monkeys are often associated with mischief, laughter, and fun. This card promotes a childlike view of the world, a playful heart, and not reading too heavily into hidden meanings. That's so difficult for me. I'd be looking at signs and everything, but like the signs and synchronicities at this point just be popping out. It's out of control. It's absolutely out of control. But sometimes it's like Neo in the Matrix with the white rabbit, where like Trinity's messaging him and on the chat room and is like, "Follow the white rabbit," and then the chick, the dude's girlfriend that shows up to the door, like at that hacker thing disc is just a tattoo of the white rabbit on her arm or like her shoulder blade. Sometimes the signs are literally that obvious in life, and you just like overthink it. Like, nah, that's too easy. That's like they're throwing you a bone there and telling you like, hey, pay attention. So like, dude, it could be billboards, it could be a song name, it could be a time, it could just be the way certain things line up. Like, I don't know, dude. It's all clues. Think of it as like a questing clue or something. Um, but yeah, anyways, so this is saying, um, have a childlike view of the world, a playful heart, and don't read too heavily into hidden meanings. So that's also talking about like maybe you can relate to this. I feel like I can that like stop taking things so seriously and trying to overanalyze everything to death. And just have some fun. Have some fun. Because when you're in that high vibe and fun energy, you're able to like create better and things are going to flow easier. The thing about life is, since it is such a flow, like if something ends up being difficult to do and things keep popping up and it's difficult and it keeps being problematic, then odds are you're probably not supposed to do that thing. You're probably getting some sort of protection. If something doesn't work out for you, then try to look at it as divine protection that something else better is going to come along, that like maybe if you went down that road then something bad would have happened or you'd end up miserable, and like the universe knows better, so like they're going to do it probably in a roundabout way. They're not just going to like present stuff to you like that. I mean sometimes like yeah, but like um so yeah, and also consider this, that I said the thing about circumstances before, right? So like your circumstances would have to change for new stuff to happen, right? Because like things are not going to happen under the same like given the same situation like 99% of the time. Um, you know, and odds are because like so you're trying to manifest stuff that's like up in the fifth dimension, right? It takes some time. Things move slower. It's going to take some time for it to get down here into the 3D. But um, if if shit hits the fan and it's like your whole world is falling apart out of nowhere, and that's probably a tower moment. But it's probably the universe just like making you stop doing one thing so that you can move on, so it can make room for the thing that you really want to come in. And like odds are that it's not going to come in the way that you expected at all. It's going to be a beautiful surprise. Um, and you just have to, to be open to that. And then if you get so set and locked into, no, it has to happen this specific way, well, then it's probably going to take a really long time, or it's just not going to happen at all. And the universe will um, abruptly and probably really rudely give you something different. So, and it still might be what you wanted all along, but you didn't realize that you wanted that in that way. So, I don't know. Food for thought. Like the banana that the monkeys eat. So, this card may be seen as a call to heal the effects of childhood trauma or familial emotional abuse. I was just talking about inner child healing. It asks you to take care of your inner child and allow them to play. That's what I'm saying. Like, what did you want to do as a kid? What did you have fun doing? Like, what did you? It's like, oh my God, it's so much fun. I just want to do this forever. I want to do this when I grow up. Ah, I love this. I absolutely love the shit out of this. I'm a kid. That thing. That might be what you want to do as an adult, but you're too afraid and too locked into the matrix that like, oh, I have to pay bills. Like, well, here's the thing: you can figure out a way, even if you just practice a little bit and then slowly work it in. But like, or to call it quits and is like, go balls deep into it. Your passion, like, find your passion, but have some fun. That's what I was saying before. Please, I beg of you, have some fun. So, do not take matters so seriously. I also said that here earlier. I was like, don't be so serious. Life is not that serious. It's not that serious. Twitter is not that serious. Twitter gets the farts in my brain. No, I've been saying some real shit on there though. But I also be saying some like goofball, funny shit just because like it's half of what Twitter's there is for. I keep saying Twitter, but like, okay, X. I'm not ready to say post it instead of tweet. I'm sorry. You remember that sound? Whoa. Whoa. Wow. Wow. Would you look at that? Would you look at that car? Would you look at that car? Look at that thumb. Is that a nipple? That dude was so goofy in those videos back in the day. Oh my gosh. So do not take matters so seriously and allow yourself to let go once in a while. Embrace the present rather than always thinking of the future. Your presence is a present, so be present. Live in the now. If you're so caught up living in the past or thinking about the future that you lose the now, then you're just going to live with more time of regret than like, why didn't I do the thing that I wanted to do? And you have to realize that at any point in life, you're still young as fuck and you can start over at any point in time and be great. You just got to do it. And like I said, take baby steps. It's not linear. Everybody's path is different. Time isn't even linear. Time's like a big circle, like spiral, sitting on top of each other. Everything's happening at one time, but different times. I don't know. That's a whole big other topic. But yeah, that's literally everything I've been saying. One of the most popular depictions of the monkey in Chinese literature is that of the Monkey King, Sun Wukong. Sun Wukong? Sun Wukong? I'm trying to imagine like how it's like actually pronounced. Um, I probably butchered the fuck out of that, and I was not trying to sound racist at that. I'm literally just trying to be like, how would a Chinese person say this Chinese name? But so in Chinese literature, is that of the Monkey King 𝙬𝙤𝙡𝙀 from the 16th century novel Journey to the West. Beginning life as a playful wild monkey, 𝙬𝙤𝙡𝙀 becomes a traveler, warrior, hero, and great magical being. The card might indicate an adventure or journey with the fun of allowing new and exciting ventures into your life and discovering how they will allow you to grow and change. Wow, dude. What have I been saying? The writing's on the page. So, the shadow reading for this, which, as I said before, I was going to pull everything out in the upright unless a card happened to flip around and come out in the reverse because I shuffled them all the same way. The Buddhist term monkey mind denotes a mind that is whimsical, uncontrollable, and unsettled. The shadow reading of the play card might be telling you to put childish ways aside and confront feelings of immaturity, selfishness, or impulsiveness. Yeah, I heard monkey mind actually just in White Lotus, where she goes to the monastery and the Buddhist monk dudes, because they're literally talking about Buddhism, is talking about like you gotta slow the monkey mind down, and that's talking about meditation. So like when you're meditating, you're trying to clear your mind and just consider and like think nothing and then see what arises. But if it's cool if you veer off because you just try to come back to center, and as long as you recognize it and come back to center, and then it gets easier and easier to do it. Also in this video I was watching last night on the like 3 hour podcast, that dude, and he was talking about if you can pretty much you try to make your lips vibrate, but you're just doing like one tone, just whatever comes natural without the least amount of effort type beat, and then you're like slowly is like kind of fluctuated. So I was like, hold up. Actually, I can't even do it right now. Or like, then the one was like more high pitched, but like you get that. I did that very poorly. Um, I guess I got fucking stage fright on that one. I don't know. I don't know. I'm very parched. My lips are dry. But yeah, if you do that, and you try to find like your truest like natural tone, um, the vibration, because like not only are you hearing the sound and it's supposed to like resonate to like your truth or whatever, it also is vibrating in your muscles and your bones and face. And that's why you sound differently on microphones, or when other people, that's how like other people hear your voice differently, because they don't have the acoustics of your head going off. But it's just like that on top of the meditation, it'll like allow you to meditate better, because it brings you that like the harmonics of that brings you closer to like the harmonics of like source of God or whatever, and just like where you came from or whatever. It's like your more natural state, because like sound is the most important healing tool, the or just tool that we have in general, period. um the reason that you can't say God's name in so many languages is because it's a combination of so many different frequencies that you're just not physically capable of saying it. It's not like it's just a name. Like it's a combination of a bunch of different things. So that's why only God can say God's name. Which is an interesting thing that I learned. But so the correspondence is element earth, flora is caraway, hyacinth, monkey flower, daisies. And they did warn me in the interest of this book that some of them could be poisonous. Be careful. I don't know what's what. I'm not a herbologist or anything of that sort. So I'm just reading out of this book, and I want to give a little forewarning because I am not a doctor. This is not professional advice, and take it with a grain of celestial salt. But the stones associated with this monkey card are the pink chalcedony, like CHALCEDONY, 𝙬𝙤𝙡𝙬𝙞𝙡, chrysoprase, and dioptase. Dioptase? Chrysoprase? 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 Christ caprese? I'm just kidding. And then spell work, healing of the inner child, fairy magic, dance magic. I'm all about that. Bringing lightheartedness to a tense situation, and celebrating the birth of a child. Hell, it could be the birth of your inner child coming back into play. Yeah, and like bringing lightheartedness into a tense situation. I feel like that's kind of what I'll be trying to do. Okay, anyways, moving along, guys, because we're already at an hour and 5 minutes. And truly, from the bottom of my heart, if you are still here, if you are still listening, then I know that you're really about it and you want to see a better world and your better self, more importantly, because that will in turn do the other. Um, uh, Thank you. Thank you for listening to me talk. I was trying to do good here and help, and I think it's of benefit. So the fact that you're still here means a lot. And I normally don't get a lot of views on these videos, so if I still only get a couple views, I don't care as long as I help at least one person. Um, yeah. Anyways, gratitude. I want to express some gratitude. That's a very important thing in life. So as is joy, the next card. I did this badly. Oh wait, can I use the poi without giving you a seizure? So it's dragonfly, and that looks like some sort of flower. Okay. So the dragonfly of joy. Like I said before, that was one of the 5 cards. That joy, energy. I don't think play was. Yeah, this thing. So I had 2 of these in my 5 cards that I pulled out. Okay, so back to the table of contents. Okay, so here is the, what would I call it? Oh yeah, dragonfly. Spacey. Okay, dragonfly, page 50. 50. 50 en español. Posible. Yo sé. Question mark. Yo habla un poco español, pero no más. Okay, so the dragonfly of joy. Let's see if I can do this without interfering. Shit. Oh, well, look at you multitask. Yeah, all by yourself, dude? Holy crap. This card urges you to see the joy in the world and seek your happiness. Happy. Happiness, by the way, is a choice. It is a choice. You can choose to be happy at any point, anytime. Granted, there's probably some extenuating circumstances where that would be damn near impossible. However, it's still possible. Never impossible. It's not impossible. I know that was bad, but it's also true. It's also true. Sometimes that cliche lame stuff, like really, it hits because it hits because it hits. You know what I mean? But you might sound like a goober saying it. And I don't care. It is what it is. C'est la vie. That's life. C'est la vie. See, we go full circle many times on this show. Okay. Um, this card urges you to see the joy in the world and seek your happiness. You may wish to work with this card to manifest a positive life change or help you see the light in dark times. That's what I'm trying to do right now, is trying to give you guys a different perspective. The dragonfly is a unique insect who combines the realms of earth, from the mud in which they are born, the water in which they spend their adolescence, and the air which they fly in as an adult, prompting you to grasp the wonders of life from every angle. After spending much of our lives under the water in nymph form, emerging dragonflies take flight into their relatively short adult lives. The card serves as a message to find pleasure in everyday life and live for the moment. Be present. Stay present. Because it's a present. In Japan, dragonflies are considered bringers of luck and fortune, as well as symbols of victory and happiness. This card encourages you to give joy and be open to receiving joy and happiness into your life. That's the thing. You gotta be open to receive stuff. You gotta be open to it. Be open to receive. Also, if your palms are open, and you're laying there chilling like that, that is open to receive stuff. I think if you close your pinky and ring, and then your index and middle go to your thumb like this is abundance. And there's more, but I'm drawing a blank right now, and I'm trying to get through the rest of this. So, just throwing that out there. Oh, and another thing too, while we're talking about the open to receive thing, you gotta release stuff and then know that it's yours, and then it should come back to you. But just like tell God, like, hey, I release this, and I'm open to receive my blessings, something of that sort. I mean, just throwing it out there. Just throwing it out there. So the shadow reading, this might resonate for somebody, so I'm gonna read it. If we are closed off to joy, we become incapable of giving it to others or receiving it ourselves. An obvious shadow reading of this card would be sadness, depression, or anxiety. But another reading would be those who try too hard to make others joyful at the expense of their own happiness. Do not be afraid to take some time for yourself, and do not close yourself off to happiness. There is plenty for everyone. There is plenty of abundance on this planet for every single person to get their manifestations to come true. Think of it as we're in a fucking video game. Like, everybody can win. That goes back to why I was saying it's player versus environment instead of player versus player. We can all win. There's enough money for everybody. Just because you win does not mean somebody else is losing. People need to stop worrying so much about what other people are up to and worry more about themselves. Get more satisfaction, accomplish more, be happier. But yeah, this goes back to what I was saying. Like, you gotta be open. You gotta be okay with looking out for yourself. And if you go and look out for you, you're gonna become a better you, and then you'll be better for the people in your life. So, but just because you're going through a rough time, don't shut yourself off to happiness. Like I said, it's a choice. You can decide that you're going to be happy. It might take a little bit of time for you to get used to it, but you can switch your perspective. You can think whatever you want to at any point in time. Whatever that you think about most is what's gonna come true. That's the as above, so below stuff. What you think about on the inside is gonna manifest on the outside. So I know that if you're not already probably spiritually awakened, that this is probably doesn't make a lot of sense. But if you are and you get it, then I hope this can help you take the next steps or whatever you need to do. So, yeah, and that shadow reading doesn't have to be for everybody, but I mean, maybe you just learned something there. Correspondences of the Dragonfly Joy card are the elements of air, water, and earth, obviously, because it has the 3 stages of life. The flora are the chrysanthemums, the marigold, the calamint, the celandine, and oregano. Stones are the carnelian, chalcedony, Dioptase? Dioptase? Dioptasad. Ha ha ha. um Wait, where was it? Oh, rubies and sunstones. And spell work that goes along with it is to promote happiness, celebration of life, luck and prosperity, magic, and attracting joyous events. Oh, another point I was gonna make is that abundance is not always money. That's riches. Um, an interesting point that this reader energy made is that if do you really love money that much? Do you really like? Do you just want to have a bunch of money so you can have a bunch of money? Do you just like love being around money that you just want money, or do you want the things you can get with money? So maybe figure out what those things are and then lock into the feeling of them, and like really visualize what they look like, what it would feel like for you if you got that, and then like try to make it so that like once you have it that you aren't like you're actually fulfilled by it, that you're like, oh, okay, now that I have that, now I want this other thing. So like try to like get some satisfaction out of it and like really make that feeling of like you getting it like be a really good, really dope feeling so that you actually feel that when you get it. um and also like I love money. Money loves me. I understand that money, the flow of money is circular. So if you're spending your money out and not really concerned about it because you know you're going to get more, then more is going to come back to you, which is kind of like how it goes, is how it flows. But I mean, I'm not telling you to go be reckless by any means. Please don't. Like, Will told me to go spend all my money and quit my job and live like a hobo. Um, Here's the thing. Will tried that one. Still getting through it, but it's super dope. Everything's working out. I love it. I love it. I love it. But yeah, been some sketchy moments for sure. But I love my life, so it's great. Okay, so this energy card, the hummingbird. This was another card that I had gotten. Page 66. Dun 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 dun. Okay. The hummingbird, the energy card. Oh yeah, I want to show it to y'all. Wait, I need to go this way. It's all backwards. See it? It's a cool card. Wait, what if I use this thing? Does it make it better for the nope, it does not. Okay. Okay, never mind. Back to the drawing board. Okay, so the hummingbird for energy. This card represents unbounded energy and zeal. If the crab card, page 42, represents the moon within this deck, I would say that also, yeah, it's like the moon card, which is a Cancer card, but like the moon card and tarot, which is like about intuition and stuff. But I digress. It represents the moon within this deck. Then the hummingbird is the sun. Um, Also, the crabs that's the sign. That's what Cancer is the crab. And it looks like it's the 69, sideways 69. Um, but it's also like the card of like the moon. Anywho, this is the opposite of that. The hummingbird is the equivalent of the sun card from tarot. So in Aztec mythology, the hummingbird god Huitza or Huitzilopochtli. Huitzilopochtli. Huitz Huitzilopochtli. All right, now I'll say it 10 times fast. Hitzwala. Pochli. Hitzwala. Hitz. 𝙬𝙤𝙡𝙡. I don't know why I'm putting any of us through this right now, but like, whatever, man. So, 𝙬𝙤𝙧𝙬𝙧𝙧 was the god of the sun, while Mayans considered the small jewel-like creatures to be the sun in disguise. The hummingbird card represents not only the energy that the sun produces, but also the energy that we take in, which is really beautiful. It's synergistic. It is both energy given and energy received. This card is excitement, enthusiasm, and unrelenting vitality. While the salmon card, page 96, is a marathon, the hummingbird card is a sprint. Just as hummingbirds have developed long beaks and tongues for the singular task of collecting nectar from long-necked flowers, the hummingbird card may symbolize a pinpointed, exact task at hand. However, this also might indicate tunnel vision and merciless hyperfixation. Excitement for a task does not always mean that it should be a priority. Facts. I deal with that from time to time. I get really excited about stuff and then like overthink, overanalyze, spend way too much time on it trying to perfect it. Being a perfectionist sucks sometimes. It really does. But anyways, so yeah, specialize with tasks, giving and receiving energy, being the sun. A specific task, tunnel vision can be tunnel vision though. Merciless hyperfixation, but excitement for tasks does not always mean that it should be a priority. The shadow reading is the shadow reading of this card warns against things that going too fast. It is the candle burning at both ends and in the middle at the same time. Brother, let me tell you, I know all about that. This card cautions against creative, psychological, or spiritual burnout. It represents mania as well as inattentiveness and things falling to the wayside and the blur left behind. So, yeah, potentially it could have that meaning for you. Apply it to your life however you need to. Correspondences, element of air and fire, which makes sense because it flies and it is the sun, and also air be stoking fires. And it's talking about synergistic relationship. Damn, dude, I'm great at piecing this together. Wow. Wow. Proud of myself on that. Be proud of yourself. Tell yourself you're dope when you're fucking being dope, even if it's a little thing. Also, no negative self-talk. No negative self-talk. Your inner child does not know the difference. Your inner child can't tell. If you say some mean things about yourself, then your inner child will be like really butthurt, and it's gonna throw off your like your whole symbiosis within your body. Like you gotta apologize to it and be like, I'm sorry, I did not mean that. I did not mean that. We're really cool. You know, as an adult, be the person that your inner child would think was dope as fuck. Yeah. Like, be someone that like your inner child, like your kid self would be like, if you're having a conversation with you, be like, and you told them about like who you are and what you're doing, be the person they'd be like, oh my god, that's so cool, I'm so excited, I can't wait to be you, like that's amazing, like how are you so amazing, how are we so cool, like yes, I'm excited. Try to do that, figure that out. It's probably what your calling is. Flora, belladonna, lavage, mint, oregano, fuchsia. Stones, calcite, ruby, zincite, and quartz. Spellwork, gain energy, call extra energy and power into your spellwork. Aid with feelings of mania or erratic mood swings. Summer rites, summer solstice. Okay, moving along now. We had the fear shark that popped up. Darn. Well, you get the idea. It's like an upside down triangle with a shark on it. Yeah. Look at that, how crispy that is. Yeah. Crispy like some fried mushrooms or something. I don't know, dude. Sometimes I miss meat. I went vegetarian. I've been going vegetarian. The end goal being vegan, and it's an uphill battle at some points in time. But I know it's better for me. I'm just trying not to consume dead things because I think it's dead things or like, it's probably negative energy, and I'm just trying to like not have my energy go down at all. Um, yeah, and I think that's what God wants me to do. So I'm listening because God's been really good to me. The universe has been good to me. In turn, that means I've been really good to me with the stuff that I have manifested throughout this life, consciously or unconsciously. Whether or not you realize it, you're always manifesting 24/7. So that's why you got to kill thought patterns. If you see yourself in a negative thought pattern and it just keeps spiraling down and down and down, you got to cancel that, get back to middle ground, and then try to get some positivity going, and then try to keep that flowing up. And it's hard, it's easy to get knocked back down, but just like just write it off. Be like, oh, actually, never mind. I don't feel that way. Things are awesome right now. Actually, I love this. Things aren't happening to you; they are happening for you, whether or not you know why or how. You know, it's either to because it's happening for you for something good, or it's to teach you a lesson so that you can grow. Um, and you don't have to do things. You get to do things, dude. Get excited. Yes, I get to do that. Yeah. Hell yeah, dude. I have the opportunity. I have a chance to do that. Like I'm here living and I get to do that. Let's make it happen. Let's do it well. You know? So there's a little inspiration for you. I hope. Alright, so fear shark. The Sharknado is gonna come whoop your ass. Um the fangs might get you. No, I'm just kidding. It does not say that. And no negativity. But at the same time, we're allowed to have fun, right? So it's always a push and a pull. There's an ebb and flow to it. And that's say la vie. I'm gonna say it again. Say la vie. 102 shark. It's funny. I turned to the swan, which was one of the cars that I got, which was a love card. But 102 shark. Fear. The shark card represents the unknown of life and the fear that they create. The unknowns of life and the fear that they create. It is the fight or flight response that we feel when faced with something scary or unfamiliar. This beautiful yet terrifying prehistoric predator has often been associated by humans with danger, violence, and death, from lore and stories of the sea to modern cinema. Yet most sharks are not dangerous to humans, with rare shark attacks being accidents of curiosity or confusion rather than attempted hunts. This card encourages you to respect your fears and seek understanding of them rather than letting the initial dread overwhelm you. That goes back to what I was saying too about if you worry about stuff, you're facing the problem twice. Um, but yeah, it's about overcoming your fear and not jumping to conclusions. Don't worry about it. So you have to go through the situation twice and just try to take a step back and look at your situation with a rational mind really quick, and then try to ascertain like what is this possibly teaching me, what can I get out of this, how can I flip the script on this and turn it into a learning experience and grow from it somehow. How can I handle this realistically, what's the easiest way. Try to just come up with something instead of just freaking out and freaking out and freaking out, and slow down. You do like 2 inhales, and you do actually through your nose, out slowly through pursed lips, so that it kind of like puts a little like stop and pressure, like back pressure onto it as you're trying to blow out. It comes out slower, and then if you do the 2 inhales in, it, like helps relax you. Take some breaths. Know that it's gonna be okay. Everything is always gonna work out in the end, and always will. So, the universe will never give you anything that you can't handle. So know that. Know that you're not alone. Just like I said, you have your higher self. You have yourself and your higher self. You got God on your side. I mean, obviously, if you don't believe in God, that's cool, but it's on you. But just know that He's always there if you decide you want to. Because God is you also. So this card advises us to look for the truth behind our fears and figure out what is real and what has been manifested by our trauma. Often we are more scared of the fin above the surface of the water or the dark shadowy depths beneath than we are of the sharks themselves. Only by facing our fears and traumas honestly can we begin to manifest true courage and heal ourselves. That's what I was saying about shadow work and going in and doing a honest to God inventory of where you're at. Journal about it if you need to. Talk it out with yourself, you know. So, I'm not going to repeat myself a bunch, but that's like more or less the point to that. So, the shadow side reading of it is not all fears are imagined, some are very real. So, like, don't get that shit twisted. Sometimes it is real. Sometimes our fears are well founded and based in the here and the now. While sharks are not the malevolent creatures pop culture may have you believe, they are still dangerous predators. Respect that your fear may be justifiable and reasonable, and be ready to act if necessary. Making the right choice between fight or flight is an important part of survival. So, I mean, just be careful and make a rational decision. Yeah. Correspondences, element, water, obviously. Flora, the agrimony, basil, nettle, wood, betony, yarrow, stones, the diamond, the idocrace, the idiocracy. What a movie. Crazy documentary, I mean. No. Oh god, please no. Please no. We're not letting that one happen either. No 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 no. No no no. No no no. We're not doing that shit. We're not putting Gatorade on the crops. Okay? No. Um, so where was I? Oh, spell work. Alleviate fear or bring psychological strength before a difficult event, dealing with trauma and shadow work. Okay, moving along, we have the defend card, which is a scorpion, which is obviously the sign of Scorpio. Yeah, I think y'all can see it. Yeah, there we go. God. Okay. Sorry, guys, my first time. Oh my god, itchy nose. Oh, I think that means I'm nailing it though. Everything's on the nose. Oh my god. When I channel things, I'm like get itchy nose or ears or like my hair will start to itch. I try not to even touch my hair because then I'll just go into an itch fit if I'm really like in the zone with my intuition. Oh yeah, yeah. I imagine the scorpion is probably just around here. So, yeah, it was two pages back. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Fun fact, I am a Scorpio rising. Also learned through a threads post. I don't know if it is true or not. I want to test the theory that if you meet someone whose Venus sign is your first house, so for me, it's your first house is your rising sign. So it's like your big three, but you have to know like what time of day you're born because it changes every 2 hours. Like if you know what day you're born, then like what month and day, then you can figure out like the sun sign, and then like the moon is easy. But to figure out your rising sign, you need to know like the time you're born because like it changes every 2 hours, like I was saying. But anywho, apparently, if you find someone whose Venus sign is what your rising sign is, then you're just like gonna be immediately just like super V attracted to them. Apparently, and you'll just think that they're ungodly good looking. Apparently, and just be like very drawn to them. So, if anybody has a Scorpio Venus sign, I would just be curious to see if I think you're fucking hot or not. Not even because I want you. I want to do an experiment for real. Um. Anyways, Scorpion, the Scorpion card, defend. This card represents defense and resistance. In ancient Egypt, the Scorpion was seen as a guardian and protector of the souls of the dead as they made their way from this life. In ancient Greece, Scorpios, and it's spelled SK, Scorpios, was a giant scorpion who defended the animals of the world from destruction at the hands of the giant Orion. Despite their intimidating appearance and weapon-like stinger, the scorpion rarely attacks unless they are first threatened. Most scorpions, in fact, posture, produce sound, and even squirt warning shots of venom in order to ward off predators before taking the extreme step of stinging them. I almost lost it when I read even squirt, but I'm a child. Be serious, Will. Be serious. For 1 minute. This card is one of fierce protection and guardianship, but also the ability to fight back if necessary. Well, that's cool. The Scorpion may be reminding you that sometimes words and postulations are not enough to be heard. This card is of dynamic defense, of taking action and standing up in the face of adversity. While the Protect card, page 72, may urge you to shield, the Defend card reminds you that you may need to draw your sword. This may also represent those born under the Western zodiac sign of Scorpio, which would be if you're a sun sign Scorpio, because that's about when you're born, like the day. Um, the shadow side reading of the Scorpion card. Defense is a necessary tool for survival and can often be accompanied by resistance, confrontation, and struggle. However, sometimes defensive behavior can be misplaced and lead to stubbornness, pig-headedness, or fragility in the face of criticism. Be careful to question what you are so staunchly defending and deconstruct it. Listen to constructive criticism and come to a better understanding of your position. Yeah, means don't be super like bullheaded. Don't be stuck in your ways and have to be right. Don't be don't be petty. Don't be a dickhead. And try to be rational and hear all sides of things. You know? So yeah. Take action when you have to. Stand up for yourself when you need to. But be open to opinions and don't be stuck in your ways so much that you won't hear the other side, and try to have a balanced way of thinking of things. Okay, so correspondence element fire, flora, amaranth, angelica, birch, chrysanthemums, gorse, sandalwood. Stones are pyrolusite, fire opal, sardonyx, fire agate. Spellwork, banishing magic, reversing hexes, revealing injustice or bad behavior, and protective spell work. Interesting. Okay, so the last card, which I think this is a good one to end with, is family. Oop, oop. How can I get it angled right? Oh my gosh. Two C's horses. C's horses? Oh my god. Oh my god, who's this guy? Who's this guy? He's walking, he's talking, it's Christopher Walken. I don't know what I'm talking about. But we can talk it out and sort it out. Show you what I'm about. I'm just not trying to spout off at the mouth. Like a fountain, I'm climbing these mountains. Better bring a knapsack with a pillow and a blanket and a hammock and a tent. In the case of an event. So that you don't get sit back down to the bottom. Have to roll the boulder back up to the top again. Who's this guy trying to do hip hop again? Hippity hoppity hippity hoppy. I got that kangaroo. Wearing the underoos. I'm the underdog. Rising from the ashes like a phoenix. I don't even know whose my team is. But I know that they're not the meanest. Yeah, I lost it. I lost it. There's potential there. It's alright. Eh, eh, eh. Got way better stuff written down. And to be fair, I felt like crap all day. And excuses. Trying to be open, but I opened too far. Now I'm fucking obtuse with it. Make you want to hit me in the mouth. I got a loose tooth with it. No violence, please, or I'm gonna kick you in the boot with it. Try not to be explicit. I don't know what. I'm sorry, guys. Anyways. So there I was. I'm walking and talking. Alright, family. We are family. I need a water. Oh wow, that did not come from a cow. Horse? No, I want seahorse. The wet horse. Page 100. Hundo P. Hundo. It's the Hundo. Hundo P. 100% done with the reading. Seahorse. Family. The seahorse card represents the family, be it found family or blood relations. When seahorses mate, the female seahorse deposits her eggs into the male seahorse's pouch, inverting humanity's traditional heteronormative view of parental care. This card is symbolic of family in its essence as an accepting and safe place full of allies, protectors, and friends. It does not dictate what a family should or should not be, beyond a grouping where one can feel loved. The seahorse card signifies unconditional love, affection, care, and safety. This card may also indicate nurturing, development, and acceptance. It is a healing card whereby others around you are doing the healing rather than you healing yourself. It is the act of defending those we love from harm and hurt and protecting them with love and care. It is also a potent card for fertility or symbolic of a new member of the family entering your life. That's really beautiful. That's really, really beautiful. I love that. That's the way it should be. And that's so perfect as a last card, as an ending. Reminding us once again that it's all love. It should all be love. Like I said, you can hate me. I love you. I love you. I love it all. The good and the bad. Can't have one without the other. You can't have the ups without the downs. You're in a low point in your life. You're an arrow. You're being pulled backwards to be launched forward. And the harder shit gets, the lower you go, is the further you're being pulled back. So that the opposite action is going to shoot you so much further into life. So just know, please, that if you're going through it, it's not forever. Don't do anything drastic. Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt others. And just know that you can get through this if you just fucking try. I have faith in you. I love you. You got this. Fucking do it. You got this. Don't give up. Don't give up. And you'll fucking shoot so fucking far forward further than you ever thought. Life will give you the craziest shit that you never imagined that you didn't know you wanted. Just have faith. Have faith that it's all gonna work out. For real. You got this. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And once again, you got this. For real. The shadow reading for the seahorse family card. Though seahorses do not mate for life, they have been observed to create strong bonds between pairs, working as a team to form the best start for their young. However, once their young are born, they turn their attention to the next cycle and the young are left to fend for themselves. The shadow reading of this card may be one of abandonment, rejection, or fierce and necessary independence. Um, I mean, I can relate to that a little bit, honestly, because I feel like I be saying some stuff and not everybody understands me. I feel kind of rejected sometimes because I'm just like not doing what everybody else is doing, but at the same time, uh, fierce and necessary independence. I mean, that's what my path has been and has had to be, and probably will be for a little bit longer. But I mean, I feel like that's all gonna change. But they say disappear for 6 months if you want to completely change your life. That's kind of what I've been doing. I've been hiding away, but it's time to come out of hermit mode. So life is good. Life is what you make it. Um, yeah, just pay attention to what's important. Focus on love. Do what your inner child would do, what would make them proud. Confront your shadow side. Make friends with it. Accept it. Validate it. Take little steps. Try to do one thing a day. No matter how dark shit gets, you couldn't have the light without dark. And if you feel like you're drawn to being like any sort of like light worker or anything of the sort, just know that in order to have an impact in being one of the light, that you're gonna have to work in the darkness. You're gonna have to deal with some negative environments and people and stuff. But that's the point. So it's just something to be conscious of. I'm just throwing it out there. The correspondences of the seahorse family card are the elements of water. The flora is garlic, hollyhock, oak, and olive. The stones are pink carnelian, jade, and magnesite. And spell work that might be associated would be blessings on children or unions, fertility magic, or luck with an adoption, and to encourage harmony within a family unit. And as it said, like family is not limited to your blood relatives. You know, sometimes it might be necessary for you to 86 them, at least for a while. Um, you know, my cutoff game is ferocious, and it's just something I've had to do. I've definitely cut off some family members. You know, it's not necessarily permanent, but um, you know, people can be energy vampires and negative and not supportive because they don't understand what you're doing and going through. So, like, you know what? If they're gonna act that way and be childish, then you might just need to fucking step off on your own and look out for you. At the end of the day, don't people please don't conform to, hey, 3:33 on the timer, 3:33. Excellent number. Um, yeah, we're at an hour and 50 minutes. This is crazy. I just wanted to do a 5 minute reading with my new deck, and it turned into a whole ass podcast. I hope the audio has been going good. I put the stupid voice isolation thing on my MacBook, and I hope that it didn't mess it up. But my whole surroundings are like very quiet besides like my air purifier, but that's off. Or like far off. I mean, so like hopefully it's been good. Yeah, I know that I can be a little outspoken at times, and I'll be tweeting a lot and saying a lot of stuff, and I'm never trying to knock people down. I'm just trying to offer a different perspective in hopes that like I know that not everybody's ready for spiritual evolution and stuff like that. If nothing else, like planting some seeds would is cool so that hopefully, you know, sometimes somebody will say something to you and it won't click until like 10 years down the road and you're like, that's what they meant. I went completely over my head. I had no clue. Wow. 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 I've had that happen a few times. Kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy when that happens. Um, but yeah, at the end of the day, it's all love. Um, try to help other people if you can, and just don't be a shitty person is like my main philosophy of life. Just don't be a shitty person and try to help other people if you can, and just do right by you, you know? Love, help, share. Be you. Be authentic. And please, I beg of you, have some motherfucking fun. Please have some fun. Please. Wouldn't it be so fucking cool and fun if you have some fun? It'd be so cool if everybody could just get along, be inclusive and shit. If I don't think to say anymore. If you've been here this long, you're picking up what I'm putting down, or you're trying. You're trying your hardest. If you aren't actually picking it up, and once again, if you made it this far, oh my gosh, I did not plan this to be this. But from the bottom of my heart, I love you and thank you so much for listening. For real. Um, my name is Will, aka Will Dub, and I'm a whole lot of different things. If you want to learn more about me, check out willdub.co. Saylavie.io coming soon. That's SAYLAHIO or VI.io. Yeah, that one's in the works. Looking for funding on that one, just throwing it out there. But I mean, I'm gonna make it work either way. Um, yeah, man. I hope this gives some people, if some people weren't fucking with me before or like had like weird thoughts about me or weren't really sure like what I'm all about. I hope this opens your eyes, gives you some perspective, and you understand me a little bit better. Um, I am an extremely caring person, and I don't know. I just hope that I make a difference in this life. And yeah. And I want to make a lot of really dope music. So, um, be on the lookout for that soon. I mean, my SoundCloud, it's on my website, but it's really like it's like one love song and like two raps, and I don't know, man. I haven't really got a lot of streams on that, so I don't know if I'm just like not people aren't supposed to hear that, and if like God's blocking me off to protect me, or if I am just supposed to put them also on Spotify and like actually distribute the shit, or if I just need to only put the love song out and then start making my other stuff. But first, I want to get this website done so I can help people and be in a more stable spot so that I can focus on that stuff and do a bunch of other cool stuff that I got cooking up here. I'm telling you, like, y'all have no idea. Y'all have no idea. So, but I'm super stoked. I'm super stoked. I feel like I finally have my purpose in life, and it's been amazing. And I want to help other people get to that point. Um, yeah, if you want to get a personal tarot reading, they are available. Hit me up. We'll make it make sense. I have all my stuff listed. I spin poi. I'm a flow artist. I didn't even do a little background on me because I didn't expect this, and I figured that like the people that are checking this out probably like went for my Twitter. So like if other random people are seeing this, like, hey, I'm Will. I'm a multimodal artist. I do a bunch of different stuff. I was a photographer for like a decade. I started off in like doing the car scene and with models, and then I was did music like the whole electronic music scene. I live in Columbus currently. And I spin poi like a motherfucker. I'm really good at spinning poi. I love it. And so can do fire poi. I am obviously pretty like learning about the spirituality stuff has been like a whole process getting to this point over the past 2 years. Um, but yeah, it's been a journey. What else do I do? Oh yeah, I'm a rapper. I'm a rapper and music producer and lyricist. I've written some really beautiful stuff and also some really fucking dope stuff. Honestly, like some of it's beautiful and dope. Um, I just need I have it written down. I just need to actually like make the beats. The stuff I've done so far is just like covers, but like I've like put some covered over a song with like a backing beat, and then I just like spit over it or did like a mashup for the one. Um, yeah. So I also want to like make some originals, and then like I also like working on my singing voice. So I'm just trying to do all sorts of different stuff. I love dancing. I feel like I'm a really good dancer. I want to get better at shuffling that I currently am, but I still feel like I'm pretty fucking mad decent at that shit. Um, I got flow like a motherfucker. Everything in life is a flow. And I'm also like a huge computer nerd, like great at web design, like uh doing coding stuff. And yeah, I like to think of myself as a Renaissance man, modern day Renaissance man, and a spiritual gladiator. Um, I am that I am. Today is the best day of my life. I am love and I am loved. I'm a multi-dimensional light being. Go say all that shit in the mirror to yourself. Uh, and all the flash ladies out there, go look in the mirror. I want you to own this, really own this when you say it. I'm a goddess. I'm fucking flawless. Women are beautiful. Humans are beautiful. We are all beings. Just being human beings. I'm just kidding. Human beings. So if we're beings, you're being, that's the present tense. Then I'm just saying maybe be present. Don't get stuck in the past. You can't change it. Don't get paralyzed by the future. It hasn't happened yet. The only thing that exists is this moment right now. Right now. Right now. That's the only thing that exists and ever will exist is right now. So use the power of now. Read the four agreements, read the power of now. Be present. It's a present. Love your presence. I love you. And one last thing before we're almost at the 2 hour mark. Much love always. World peace forever. Peace forever. Much love always. World peace forever. I'm Will Dove and I'm out. I love you. Have a wonderful day, night, evening, whatever the fuck, life if you never see me again. But I love you. You got this. Please try. You're needed. You are loved. Let's get after it. All right. Bye. Okay, thanks. Bye.